Oh, hey guys, I'm Drew Harrison. Thank you for joining me on Oh, hey guys, with Drew Harrison. Not gonna hold you up this Monday. I know you got things to do, so let's get into it. I got a feel-good story for you this Monday. In Indiana, man, Alex Babbage, originally from Ukraine, broke the Guinness World Record for tallest sunflower, sitting at 35 feet 8 inches. He blew the old record out of the water by 5 feet 8 inches, which is a little significant because he said that's how tall his wife is. So he got to beat the record by his wife. By a wife? I know you win a race by a nose, but like he won this record by a wife. I don't know. But he said the sunflower holds special significance to him because it's big meaning in Ukraine. So hats off to Alex Babbage growing that monster of a sunflower, dude. And I can't get a plant to live, let alone grow and thrive. It was the Emmys last night. I don't really care about that. I don't even know what the awards are for. I have so much trouble with the Grammys and the Oscars, and I don't know. But I did see Sofia Vergara had a great get out of work excuse. She said she got ready to get all dolled up and get in the limo and go, and she had a reaction in her eye. Even posted the picture like you would when you were sending it to your boss to be like, see, can't come in today, allergies. I'm with you, Sophia. I would have done whatever to not have to go. Isn't it? I would do whatever. I understand if you're winning an award and that's cool, but like, our award show's fun. Man built an underwater, he's calling it like a wheelchair, but it's really like a flotation device for his goldfish. You see, the goldfish has a floating bladder problem to where he can't stay upright or float right. He kind of would sink or rise, and that could be fatal to a fish. You know, they kind of have to be able to control where they go. So he put a little bobber on top, a little floater on the bottom, keeps the fish upright and living his best goldfish life. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, most people would have been like, got a bad fish. But my man was like, nah, bro, we're in this together, all right? We'll make sure you got the best chance of this that you got. I'm here for you. Can't wait to see the Lifetime movie on that. You know, just a man and his fish trying to float through life upright. An emotional support alligator was denied entry in Pennsylvania. I mean, that seems about right. But the problem is he had been allowed to bring his alligator into this Walmart so many times. That's like a judgment call, like a snap judgment call you got to make that first time he shows up as that manager, and then you just got to roll with it. Like, if you let him in once with the alligator, you got to keep letting him in with the you can't just pick a random Tuesday and be like, look, man, I've let you in the past 3 years with this alligator, but enough's enough, okay? I bet you that alligator had a pristine record, too. I bet he hadn't even attacked nobody. I bet he was just a model citizen, a model emotional support alligator. I'd rather come across an alligator in Walmart that was well-behaved than some of these dogs y'all let just walk around without leashes. We finally got a good old music beef in country music. It's just funny to me. Zach Bryan hopped a fence at a music festival in Oklahoma this weekend to try to fight Gavin Adcock. What a name. That's your country name? Gavin Adcock. Ongoing feud between these guys have escalated, and my whole thing is, why don't you settle it like other country stars in a WWE ring? We got a great show for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got all your sports. We got a can of cannabis, a new THC drink review for you. We also got a Tales from the Road from Drew Davis. His album is doing fantastic on YouTube. Go check it out if you haven't already. But up next, we got It's You Might Need This Time. You know, fun little facts about national days this week. You can dazzle your coworkers, significant other, family, friends, blah, 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 strangers at the bus stop. Have fun with it. Monday the 15th is National Linguine Day. Love some linguine. A little Alfredo, a little tomato sauce, mix and match. I don't really like angel hair as much. Like, nothing against it, but like when I make spaghetti, I put some linguine in there, you know, some noodles. It's also Neonatal Nurse Day. You know, they're doing the Lord's work out there, making sure these babies get to go home with their families. So I think a neonatal nurse today with some linguine. Tuesday the 16th is National Guacamole Day and Play-Doh Day. Now, do not get those two confused out there. That would not be the proper way to celebrate either one of those days. But I love some Play-Doh. Loved as a kid. I didn't really eat it. I know some of my friends partook, but I held off. But guacamole, on the other hand, the only way to eat an avocado, if you ask me. Wednesday the 17th is Professional House Cleaners Day, which you should always thank your housekeeper and appreciate them. That should be every day. I mean, I've never been blessed enough to have a housekeeper. Probably never will, but that's cool that y'all appreciate yours. This is a little sus because this was created in 2019 by the American House Cleaners Association. So, can you make your own day? I'm genuinely asking. Thursday the 18th, Andy Reid's going to be happy. It's National Cheeseburger Day. So get a cheeseburger from your favorite joint on Thursday. It's also National Pawpaw Day. No, not that pawpaw. The fruit. I mean, every day is National Pawpaw Day. Like, dude's a champ. They say it's like a mango banana type thing. So I'm intrigued. I'll have to check out a pawpaw. Pawpaw, 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 pawpaw on Thursday. Friday the 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. That's not really my cup of tea, so I'm going to watch Dodgeball and honor the true hero of National Talk Like a Pirate Day, Pirate Steve. Saturday the 20th is kind of a dealer's choice. You get National String Cheese Day. I mean, that should be every day. Love some string cheese. Fried Rice Day. Oh, can't go wrong still. And Pepperoni Pizza Day. It just keeps getting better. Have a little string cheese for breakfast, a little fried rice for lunch, and a big old pepperoni pizza for dinner. Boom. Your day's made. You're welcome. Sunday the 21st is National Wife Appreciation Day. Of course they made it on a Sunday during football season. It's only the second week. Can't let us have nothing. It's only the second week. You might need this. Dazzle your friends, families, blah, blah, blahs with all of the fun national days. Up next, we got sports. Man, oh man, as things heating up as we get closer to fall. Baseball news, Aaron Judge blasts his 362nd home run in a Yankees uniform. I know it's the only uniform he's worn, but it's relevant because he is now 4th all-time on the Yankees list, passing Joe DiMaggio this week. Wow. Doesn't seem like that dude's been around that long, but he has just been hammering bombs out of the park. So I'm the farthest from a Yankees fan, but hats off to watching greatness. Brewers were the first team to clinch a playoff spot. Phillies weren't far behind them. I mean, I love my Braves. At least the Mets are falling apart, right? They got some teams on their heels, just clinging on to that last wild card spot. You love to see it. In sad news, though, they found Ricky Hatton, the great British heavyweight champion, dead this weekend. Thoughts are with his family. It's just unfortunate. Such a great boxer. It's back when I really enjoyed boxing. You know, watching him. You know, the Arturo Gattis, the Mickey Wards. You know, of course, the Tysons, the Mayweathers. I used to enjoy boxing, but you don't really have like a guy to really pull for this time, unless you're a Crawford fan, because, man, that dude put on a show beating Canelo this weekend. Some are saying he is now in the conversation of the greats, and hats off to him. I'm not trying to diminish his accomplishments whatsoever. I just can't get into boxing anymore. I've tried. And to be honest with you, I had my time with MMA, and I loved it, and I was a big fan, and I just can't bring myself to be that into it anymore. We had a great week of football, college, pros, all of the above, but college first. Clemson, Notre Dame, and South Carolina all get upset this week. Notre Dame, it was to a ranked team, Texas A&M, so, cut them a little grace. South Carolina loses to Vanderbilt, and Clemson gets taken out by the Ramblin' Wreck from Georgia Tech. Georgia holds off Tennessee in a banger of an overtime game. Bama seems to be getting back on track against Wisconsin. And Virginia Tech and UCLA starting the season 0-3 cost both of their coaches their jobs. Virginia Tech's actually 0-3 for the first time since 1987. Ouch. I mean, my Tar Heels are 2-1 under Bill Belichick, so I'm sure bad days are coming. We haven't really been playing tough teams. The defense still seems a little rough around the edges, and our quarterback could still play a little bit better. But can't most fans say that about their college team? You know, it is college football. These kids are 18, 19, 20, and we're putting our emotional well-being on their shoulders. So it's kind of why I've kind of gotten out of college football, put all of my, angst and anger and hopes and dreams onto at least other adults. The NFL week kicked off with a banger. Washington and Green Bay. Green Bay gets the win, continues their great start to the season. Unfortunately for Washington, it looks like Austin Eckler tore his Achilles. He is done for the year. In the New England and Miami game, I know a lot of people are calling for Miami's downfall, and not a lot of people care about New England again until they've turned some things around. But Drake May looked pretty good yesterday. But they had back-to-back returning touchdowns. Like that is fantastic. They promised us these new kickoffs were going to be exciting, and man, oh man, have they delivered so far. Lions bounce back big against their former offensive coordinator turned head coach of Chicago. The Bills keep on rolling, even though Josh Allen didn't score a touchdown. They left it up to the run game in Buffalo. And then early game of the year candidate, watch out, didn't think I'd be saying this, the Cowboys and Giants. They moved them out of primetime. First time this rivalry hadn't been in primetime in forever. They said, you going to give us the early window? Well, we're going to put on a show. Man, oh man, was that a great second half. They kept scoring and kept scoring. And then we got to see the absolute cannon of a leg the Cowboys kicker has. And to round out our NFL news and really our sports segment, Joe Burrow, unfortunately, is set to undergo surgery on his toe, gone for at least minimum 3 months. So it's time for Cincinnati to either figure out if this guy is our backup. He did throw 3 picks yesterday, so that's not good. Kirk Cousins chilling in Atlanta, waiting for a phone call. So, could we see Kirk bangs in old Cincinnati? Cincinnati Kirk. That's it for sports. All right, we got another can of cannabis.
Cannabis.
Our THC drink review time. Today we're doing Crescent 9.
Crescent 9, let's see if they tells us where they're from. They're from New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans.
So, local-ish.
Ish.
I would say Crescents are probably one of the first ones we had on a regular basis in Nashville.
One?
Yeah.
Or the tropical?
Yes, so this is the tropical.
We got the
5 milligram THC plus 4 milligrams CBD.
Also in the 5 milligrams plus 4 CBD, we got ginger lemonade.
Ooh, that might actually be interesting. So, but yeah, this tropical, it really tastes like mango. Was definitely the first one we had consistently here in town.
I don't think I've had the ginger lemonade yet. That's good. That's a ginger ale. That tastes just like a ginger ale with a squeeze of ginger lemonade. Imagine that.
That's just so good.
Yeah, this is the drink that started it all.
It really is. It's like such a classic.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Since it's the first one I think I drank, I compare everything to it. This is the baseline for me.
Yeah. I would say if you like mango high noons, same profile flavor.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I really enjoy that. I hadn't had the ginger lemonade yet. That's good. That's really good.
That is so good.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be too gingery, and that's why I kind of always stayed away from it.
It's not. It doesn't hit you in the face.
This is great.
Yeah. All right. Stepping it up a notch, we got 10 milligrams of the sour watermelon. Now, your boy isn't that big of a fan of sour stuff, but every now and then I'll try a sour product, and I actually like it. And I love the Sour Patch Kids watermelon.
Ew.
They're so good.
Oh, so gross. I did wear my watermelon frames because I saw we were doing a sour watermelon.
All right, I kind of like that. It tastes like the watermelon warheads back in the day.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's
I like
fun.
that a lot. Yeah. It's playful.
And I don't really like watermelon flavored
And
things.
I don't like sour.
But
that's good.
It's a good blend of the two.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
All right, next up, we're stepping it up even more. And now we're hitting their 50 milligram line. This is grape lemonade. And I feel like you've had this a time or two.
I have. It is one of my favorite flavors.
Like for Crescent 9 or just period?
Probably period because I like the blending of flavors.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Because a lot of things are either one or the other, but I like the two together.
You can just call that sour grape, I feel like.
Yeah, it's more like a sour grape than it is.
Crescent 9 likes their sours. It's fun to see what company sticks with what. Like, we had the cantrips on here before that stuck with the sodas, mainly. And these are sticking with maybe, like, sour, like, dealing maybe on the sour side.
Yeah, I just love this flavor. Because it's grape soda with a sour kick.
They all deal with lemon and limes, I feel like, because this is raspberry lime, and it's green, so I'm assuming they are leaning more on the lime side.
I haven't had this one before.
Way more on the raspberry side than I expected. That's what I get for talking trash immediately. It's like, nah.
Oh, that's good. This tastes like the Diskin Cider summer brew that they have.
Okay.
Oh, that's really good.
All right, and then last but not least, still 50 milligrams strawberry lemonade. This is the one I was looking forward to the most. And it's good the higher milligrams have the resealable ones. So if you're like, I'm not doing 50 milligrams, just sip a little bit, put it back in the fridge, come back to it. Because the good thing is with the THC drinks is it's water-soluble THC, so it hits you way faster than an edible or something where you got to be like, am I feeling it? I don't know. These will let you know pretty soon.
Yeah.
I don't really get the strawberry or the lemonade, but it's good nonetheless.
I've had this one, but I can't remember it.
Okay, I get a little more strawberry now.
Yeah, it's definitely my least favorite of all of them.
That's fair. I love the grape. The grape's good. The watermelon, surprisingly, is probably my favorite flavor. I mean, out of the I love the tropical.
Yeah.
The original, never, you can't touch that.
I just don't understand how, like, grape and strawberry, I just don't understand how, like, they're so different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get any, like, lemonade from this one. And it actually, honestly, the strawberries taste like they've gone bad.
Bad strawberries.
Like, and you know me, I hate to talk bad about stuff.
Yeah.
But that one is definitely not
their better flavor.
Not
That
their
grape
better
one's
flavors.
fantastic. And I kind of like the raspberry, too. The raspberry is probably one of my favorites of the 50.
That
That
raspberry
raspberry is
lime
fantastic.
is delicious. This sour watermelon's so good, though.
Yeah, it is. And I really like the ginger. Big fan of the ginger lemonade.
Yeah.
Like, I could crush, you kill 10 of these on a Saturday. Great.
Just sipping all day.
Yeah. Well, that's Crescent 9 on our Can of Cannabis THC drink review. If you've had the Crescent 9s before, let us know in the comments what your favorite flavor is. And let us know what THC drinks we should do next.
We're really excited. Looks like they're stocking up.
Welcome back to another Tales from the Road. I'm joined by Drew Davis. Drew just released an album on YouTube. I'm going to let him tell you all about it.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. Happy to be here. My new album is on YouTube. If we're past August 30th, which I feel like we are.
Yep.
And it is called Actually Funny. It's based off of the fact that after a lot of my routines, people will come up to me after the show and be like, hey, man, you are actually funny. And so I have jokes about that now, about the weird things people say to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, okay, appreciate that. Actually,
You came to a comedy show.
Yeah.
I don't
What
know
did
why
you
you're pleasantly
expect?
surprised there.
Absolutely. But it's a lot of fun. It was filmed at the Station Theater in Smyrna, Tennessee. And I'd love for you to go check it out. It's on YouTube and all other platforms. And if you like it and you're like, man, I want to see more of this guy, but from the past when he was younger and maybe less funny, I have 2 other shorter albums that are also on YouTube, Revolutionizing Failure and $11 Jokes.
Awesome, dude.
So,
well, do you have a fun tale from the road for us?
I do. I feel like on the road you get many fun tales, but every now and again, one sticks out like that just stands the test of time.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is mine. It was the gig was in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Have you ever been to Fort Smith?
Already starting off with a bang here.
Right.
Fort Smith, Arkansas. Now, I've done Little Rock, and I've done I did a corporate gig at Mena, Arkansas.
Okay, so like Little Rock is like the Arkansas you've heard of. Now I've never heard of Mena, Arkansas, but like corporate gig implies some kind of safety. Fort Smith is
I mean, it was
like,
terrible, but I got paid.
well, there you go. Yeah,
there's I had a whole old head comic tell me one time. There's 2 gigs, ones you like doing, and ones that pay you to like what you're doing.
Yes, sometimes you just take the gig because you're like, well, I need a paycheck. But yeah, so So this one, and it's the funny part is this was my second time at Fort Smith. I should have after the first one been like,
let's go back.
But there's this rule when you start comedy and you're wanting to get bigger and better is like you don't turn down gigs.
You don't say no.
Yeah, and then that was in my early 20s. When I look back now as a mid 30s, I'm like, maybe I should have said no.
Then you learn why you should say no.
But they said the magic words that led to that second gig, which was, "We have free lodging." And I was like, well, I'm there, you know? And so the situation was this. First, it's at this really sketchy dive bar. I'm staying with the booker and his girlfriend, so we have to wait till...
Always a plus.
Always a start. Also, on the way there, I lost my debit card. So it's just, and so the plan was the next day before I left their house, they were just going to give me some cash to help me get on the road.
That's nice.
I'll tell you the ending in that. It was such a weird instance. I didn't stick around.
Okay,
I risked being
like, I'll figure it out.
Right, absolutely.
I will donate blood halfway home.
So I remember that the headliner was this large man named Dre, and on stage just absolutely hysterical and loud and boisterous, of what you think about when you think of comedian, but off stage very quiet, very subdued, hardly said much of anything. And this is important because we had to wait till about 2 for the bartender to get off so that we could all go back to the house together.
The headliner too?
Yeah, and he was staying at the same house. We both had free lodging at this little house. While we were waiting, we saw a bar fight start. And this is the funny thing about men when they watch bar fights. We at first don't try to stop it. We just watch it like
let's see how this plays
out. It's just pro wrestling. Like we were watching the thing. And then someone said, hey, we should try to break this up in case someone has a weapon, which was a good call. So a few of us got involved. I went to pull a couple guys off of each other. This one guy who I pulled off was Hispanic and did not speak any or much English. And so I'm like, hey man, let's stop it. But I think what he said was, excuse me, sir, I would also like to participate in this. I think that's what he thought I was saying.
Like, well, kicking this.
Yeah. And so he came at me, and then out of nowhere, Dre, this big, huge dude, comes over and just punches him out and saves my life, I think. But still says like very little to me. Like, I'm like, thank you so much. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. Okay. And so we make it back to the house, and it's a very small house where 4 people were staying for the night. They must have had a dog. I'm telling myself they had a dog because there was poop all over the living room. Dried poop that had never been cleaned up.
And you didn't see said dog.
I never saw the dog, but I like to believe
that's a bold group of people that will let their dog poop inside, but then go let it stay somewhere else when people are in town.
Right? Yeah, I don't know the story there. Maybe the dog was in. Okay, it's so many years. I'm telling myself the dog was in a different room and I didn't ever see it. But this woman, I think. I'm not much of a drug connoisseur myself, but I think she did some kind of like cocaine or something beforehand where she had like no short-term memory.
Okay.
On the spot, she was like, I want steaks. Do you guys want steaks? Again, 2:00 in the morning. And back then I just rolled with the flow. Now I'd be like, nah, I'm just going to go turn in. But like back then I was like,
sure.
Yeah. And so
2 a.m. steaks, let's go.
And she like fried them on her oven. So it took forever. So we were just sitting there waiting.
4 a.m. steaks, everybody.
Yep. So, side note, not bad. They weren't, they weren't bad. But at some point, and it's so funny because I have jokes about this, but a lot of people always assume I'm gay. They hear my voice and they ask if I'm gay. I have a whole bit about it in my routine, which she heard, but she didn't remember because she was on cocaine or something. But at least 5 times the steak was cooking, she was like, one of my gay best friends just broke up with his boyfriend, and I would love to put the two of you together. And she asked me this like 6 times until finally I was like, I'm sorry, I'm taken. Like,
A, I'm not gay, and B, not all gay people just want to date other gay people.
Absolutely. But so the steak and her eventually left, and then I'm sitting there in the dining room, and then I have my laptop out, and this is the first time Dre speaks to me. And this is what he says for the first time ever. He says, hey, man, do you watch Days of Our Lives? And I was like, no, Dre, I don't. Do you? He's like, I do. And here's the thing. I'm usually really caught up with the gigs this weekend. I haven't watched the latest episode, and a new episode's coming out today. So do you think we could watch the latest episode on your computer right now to catch me up? And I mean, what? It's 4 in the
Who
morning.
can say no to that?
Yeah, so I was like, sure. But remember, the living room was covered with dog poop.
Yeah.
So me and Drake basically cuddled up on a love seat so that we could both watch my laptop. And I watched an episode of Days of Our Lives as Dre's explaining to me the plot to Days of Our Lives. Like, he's with her, but she's with him, but he's actually dead, but she doesn't know it. Like, all kinds of stuff. So weird. And I was just, that was my limit. And then I decided I'm not going to stay for the rest of the few hours until this guy wakes up. So I just got in my car and I drove back. At one point, I did have to ask at a gas station for people to give me money because I did run. Because it turns out if you use Walmart or checks at Walmart to get cash back enough, they'll think it's like fraud and they'll stop. So I was without a debit card. I was without checks. I was without cash. And I finally, I asked this guy, he's like, I hope you're not using it for drugs, but he gave me $5, and that's why I needed to make it back to Nashville. So,
Goodness gracious, man. I started this segment because I wanted people to know what we go through for the name of comedy. And I could not have drawn that out better. It had fist fights. It had terrible sleeping conditions. It had asking for money.
yeah, it's a big one. And here's the crazy thing about us comedians. Any normal person would have been like, that's
Never
it.
again.
I'm never doing this again. But like, I'm sure I went somewhere the next weekend and I was like, let's hope it gets
go.
better.
Yeah. Wow. Well, awesome, man. Everyone go check out Drew's special on YouTube. Check out my special on YouTube. And check back in with more Tales from the Road.
Yes.
Oh, hey. Music. Video of the week time. We got 3 bangers for you this week. Up first, if you're feeling a little nostalgic, as I've been lately with the way of the world, I just thought to myself, who I really want to talk to? My grandpa. Like most men in their 40s, that is not an option right now. But it's really cool that Dropkick Murphys dropped Chesterfields and Aftershave. I'm getting a little choked up even thinking about it, man, because the video is awesome. It just goes back to just hanging out with his grandpa. It starts off with his grandpa and a friend taking him to a barber shop, talking Celtics and local politics is what the lines say. It's just really cool. It's got a lot of imagery, it's him as a kid, but then later on in the video, it's him hanging out with his grandpa and his kid self. So that was pretty cool. Just if you need a good cry, Dropkick Murphys, Chesterfields, and Aftershave. Highly recommend. Also, I know what you're saying. You know what 2025 needs? More emo. We're not getting our emotions out. We're bottling up. We're fighting each other. It's not fun. But The Devil Wears Prada is here for Solo. It's just your quintessential emo song. It's got a little screamo in there, if that's your thing. It's got a great melody. And then your classic tour video, I think it's in Brazil. They're going around seeing some historic sites. Got the lead singer, the main camera. And then it's got the also required performance scene later on. Every tour video needs a good performance scene. It's just kind of makes a video, so. But our number one music video of the week comes from Connor Price and Nick D. Connor Price is an actor turned Instagram rapper, and he finally put out his debut album. He's been putting out ridiculous music, but if you go check out his page, he was worried that if he stopped making music long enough to put it all focused on an album, that he would lose his fans. His fans said, no, put that album together. We'll be here waiting. And it's always a fun collab when he's with Nick D, another Instagram rapper, but he's like a versatile musician. He's got some R&B songs. He's got some really songs that don't really fit in a genre. So I've been following him for a long time. And look, I know 16-year-old me would be like, oh, this is corny, bro. But it's catchy. And I'm a 40-year-old white dude. This is the kind of rap that kind of gets me now, I guess. I don't know. The video starts off with Connor breaking down, Nick D coming to help. Connor explains he needs to get to a studio session. Nick's like, I'll just drive you, man. And then, of course, he's like, oh, you're a rapper? I rap too. And then Connor at first is like, just get me out of here, dude. But they end up rapping, going down the little... They've literally shot this in like a block. It's pretty cool. But they get to Nick's car, and Connor's blows up. Great CGI. Awesome explosion scene. But what's funny is they get in the car to go away, and you can still see Connor's truck that's not blown up in the background. So that's pretty cool. I love little things like that. We know you didn't really blow up a truck. I like little stuff like that. That's my music videos of the week. Make sure you go check them out. Dropkick Murphys, Devil Wears Prada, and of course, Connor Price and Nick D. And that's it for our show this week. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending the start of your week with me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me if you can. Share us with all your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate it. Remember, we're all weird. It's way more fun when we're weird together. See you next week.